Hello. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's Deacon Dan. Again, giving a reflection on a book I love, another great one. It's Breath of God by Father Dave Pivonka. He has many talks on YouTube and a great priest. Anyway, Breath of God by Father Dave Pivonka. Here's some key things to think about this book. He said that, and by the way, this entire book's about the Holy Spirit. So first he explains some major symbols of the Holy Spirit: fire, wind, water, rays of light, clouds, even a wild goose. Those have all been used to represent the Holy Spirit. If you think about it, those are all things you can't contain. That fits into the second part. People try to control the Holy Spirit, but he cannot be controlled. Think about it, trying to control God. I mean, a lot of us need to, including myself, need to have a lot more humility. Can't control God. Third, when we receive the gifts of the Holy Spirit, when we're baptized, but will become much less active if you don't use them. Which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. If you don't use your muscles, you get weaker. If you never use your mind, you're not going to think as clearly. Same way with the gifts of the Holy Spirit that we have. They're just going to sit stagnant if you don't use them. Next, the gifts of the Holy Spirit are not for our benefit, it's for the benefit of others. When God gives you all these gifts, they go to waste if you don't use them, if you don't help others, Bring them to God, help them, serve them. Remember, Jesus came to serve others, not to be served. We need to follow that example. Next, the charismatic gifts are meant to increase people's faith in God. So do miracles still happen today? Of course they do. But when you see those miracles, when you experience those miracles, or you see them in others, let that increase your faith. Let it help you spread your faith to others. That's what it's for. Next, he says that we should pray to God very, very often about getting more faith. You can never have too much faith. You can never ask too much for faith. Next, if somebody says, they're having problems or they want your prayers, that's great, but don't say, I'll pray for you. Instead, say, I want to pray for you right now. And yeah, that takes a lot of courage, a lot of guts, but it's going to have a lot more impact on them, on you, and get right to it right away. Next, Father Dave says, self-control is very important to living a holy life. And most of us, including myself, struggle with self-control. Some people have anger problems. Some people have jealousy problems. Some people have addictions to whatever, to drugs, computers, anything. Need to try to work on the self-control, and I know it's a problem, and I know it's a lifelong battle, but you got to fight that. Try to use your will to get closer to God. Then you will get the graces the more you strive to get that. He also talks a lot about how the popes, I believe the last 5 popes, including Pope Benedict, Pope Francis, Pope John Paul II, and many others, have supported the charismatic renewal of the Catholic Church. Use those gifts of the Holy Spirit. Use those charisms of the Holy Spirit. Use them to get on fire with the Spirit. Next, he says we don't have to ration the Holy Spirit. I think people, just by human nature, we try to ration things. Okay, I got to ration the food so it lasts for enough days. Ration the water so it lasts for enough days. Ration the money so I can pay these bills and so it lasts, until I get paid again. The Holy Spirit's different. You don't ration the Holy Spirit. There's more than enough. Ask for more and more of the Spirit's help. You don't have to ration that. Next, he said that most of us don't ask enough. Don't ask the Holy Spirit enough. Ask Him for more. If you're asking for things that you should be asking for like more faith, more help, more courage, you can never ask for too much of things like that. He said even the simple words, "Come, Holy Spirit," you should say that often. Meditate on that, maybe multiple times a day. And you might not feel the Spirit externally like an external wind, but you'll feel it in your soul. You'll know. And when we sin, and let's face it, we're all sinners. When we sin, you must strive for God's mercy. Strive immediately for forgiveness. Know that you need God's mercy. Know that you need God's help. Remember, Jesus said He would send His Holy Spirit, and He did. And the more you get that Spirit in you, the more you're going to see your own sin. The more you're going to feel guilty because you realize how sinful you really are in your thoughts and everything. That's actually a good sign because the more of the Spirit you get, the closer you get to God, the more you're going to see your sin, and hopefully the more you're going to fight that sin, the more you're going to pray to God to get rid of that sin, see that sin, and to prevent it. He says as we get closer to the light, we're able to see the darkness more clearly. Ain't that the truth? I think St. Francis said, all the darkness in the world cannot stop the light of a single candle. So try to be that candle. Try to help those people and let them see your faith. Don't be ashamed of your faith. Do whatever you can. Use your strengths to help others. We all got different strengths. There's 1,000 different talents, 1,000 different strengths that God gives you. Use the ones that you really have, the ones that are really strong in you, to serve God by serving others. It took me a long time to figure that out. Do it, and you'll feel the peace of God, and you'll feel that joy and that peace that even in the worst of times gives you comfort. All right, may God bless you, and email me if you got any questions or comments. And I hope you all have a great day. God bless you.